Why, hello there, and welcome to Vicky's Neighborhood. I'm Stephanie, and the reason why I'm dressed in birthday style is because today I'll be reading you Vicky's birthday party. In this story, Vicky has a birthday party over at her brother's school, and of course, her favorite actor, Jimmy Douglas, dressed as Captain John Skipper, comes to her party. So are you ready? Good. Then let's begin now. It was the 8th of October, and Vicki Chandler felt very proud to be 6 years old. She picked up the shiny pink dress that her Grandma Opal had made for her, with a little help from another friend of hers, who happens to be Billy's Grandma Jill. Happy, happy, happy birthday to me. Happy, happy, happy birthday to me. After she put on her birthday dress, sparkly gold shoes with bows on them, along with a light pink pantyhose and white socks with glitter lace, the last thing she did after braiding her long brown hair was crown her head with a matching hair bow adorned on the headband. Then Vicki went downstairs hoping to see Martin, Carol, Eddie, and Janine in the living room. But when she got downstairs, there was no one there. The living room was empty, dark, and quiet. And just before Vicki could flip on the light switch, a male voice whispered in her ear, "Happy birthday, baby." It was her Uncle Peter. "Hello, Uncle Peter," Vicki smiled. "Hi there, Vicki," Uncle Peter grinned. "So, are you ready for the big surprise at your brother's school?" "Yeah," Vicki replied eagerly. "All right, let's go," Uncle Peter said as he lifted Vicki into his arms and took her to his red car where Aunt Lizzie was waiting for them. "Hello, Aunt Lizzie," Vicki began as Uncle Peter set her in the back seat. "Good morning, Vicki," Aunt Lizzie chirped. "Happy birthday!" Vicki thanked Aunt Lizzie as Uncle Peter climbed inside the front seat to start the car. On the way to Eddie's school, Vicki thought that it seemed only yesterday she was pushed out of Carol's stomach and into Aunt Lizzie's awaiting arms. She cried almost immediately, and Martin got a chance to hold her after Uncle Peter cut off the umbilical cord, and the rest of the doctors and nurses cleaned her real good. "Martin, may I please hold our new daughter?" Carol had asked. What do you think, Pete?" Martin had questioned his brother-in-law. "Of course my dear sister can hold her little baby girl, now that she's all clean," Uncle Peter had replied. "Thank you, dear brother," Carol had said as Martin handed the baby girl to his wife's awaiting arms. "And thank you too, dear husband." "You're welcome, Carol," Martin and Uncle Peter had replied. "So, what name have you chosen for this beautiful baby?" Aunt Lizzie asked. "Victoria Alice Chandler, but for short we shall call her Vicki," Carol had answered. Everyone loved the name. "I think it's a sweet name," Eddie had said when he was 9 years old. "I agree with Eddie. A name like Vicki suits our new baby sister," Janine had said when she was 7 years old. "Ah, what a memory," sighed Vicki as Uncle Peter turned off the car and climbed out of the driver's seat to fetch her. "Vicki, we're here," Uncle Peter said. "First Aunt Pat, then Uncle Jeff, and now Uncle Peter. Who can be next? Uncle Stephen?" Vicki thought. "We are?" she asked her Uncle Peter as he helped her unbuckle her seatbelt. "Yeah," Uncle Peter chuckled. "So, are you ready to see your big surprise birthday party, my little princess?" "Yes," Vicki smiled. Meanwhile, inside the big gymnasium, Eddie was on the lookout for his sister as everyone else continued preparing for Vicky's birthday party. "I wonder if Uncle Peter and Aunt Lizzie are here with my birthday sister," he said to himself. As if on cue, Uncle Peter, Aunt Lizzie, and Vicki were walking together down the hallway towards the cafeteria. "Attention, everyone," Eddie announced. "My sister's coming." Upon hearing that, the rest of Vicky's family members and friends got in position in the middle of the gymnasium, just as Eddie got ready to welcome Vicki. A few seconds later, Vicki arrived with Uncle Peter and Aunt Lizzie by her side, and Eddie could just picture his uncle and aunt dressed as Halloween fairies, and of course, his sister dressed as a Halloween princess. "Hi, Eddie," Vicki began. "You like my new dress?" "Hello, Vicki," said Eddie. "It's a lovely dress, and you're just in time for your surprise party." "I am?" Vicki asked. "See for yourself," Eddie grinned. Vicki walked in as the lights came on, and she saw everything in the gymnasium, from balloons to presents to goodies and much, much more. "Surprise!" everyone shouted suddenly. "Happy birthday, Vicki!" Vicki was surprised to see that all of her relatives and friends from school, along with their parents, had decorated the gymnasium for her birthday. Vicki was happy to see all of her friends from school: Johnny Mackenzie, Melanie Watson, Wendell Manners, Billy Henderson, Lavender Smith, Perry Reese, Mandy Francis, Andy Mathis, Mina Williams, Jerry McDonald, Tanya Sharp, Ashley Mueller, Luca Esperanza, Dana Barber, Percy Shannon, and, of course, Julie Hampstead. "Hello, Julie," said Vicki. "I'm very glad you could come to my birthday party." "Yes, Vicki," replied Julie. "I wouldn't miss a birthday party like yours. I love birthday parties." "I know that," Vicki smiled. Of course, Vicki had hoped that Julie would love the honey and lemon cake that her Grandma Ruby had baked from the bakery in town. Her grandma worked very hard on that very special golden cake that everyone can sink their teeth into. Johnny came by and handed a pink balloon to Vicki and gave her a kiss on the cheek. Vicki's cheeks turned a bright rosy pink. "Happy birthday, Vicki," said Johnny as Vicki took the birthday balloon from Johnny and held it very tightly in her hand. Scott Levine, Zara Abdul, and their parents arrived. "Hey, everybody," said Scott's dad, whose name was Lou. "Sorry we're late. We got stuck in traffic. There was a pregnant woman getting loaded up in the ambulance." "Is she okay, Lou?" Martin asked, looking rather concerned. "Yeah, Martin," Lou said. "She's just about to give birth to a baby." "And both she and her husband couldn't make it to the hospital in time," Scott's mom, whose name was Kelly, added. "Is the baby a boy or a girl?" asked Vicki, still clutching her pink balloon from Johnny Mackenzie. "It's going to be a girl," said Kelly. "Yeah, and the baby's name is going to be Monica," Lou agreed. "Lovely name," Vicki smiled. "But the best part is that she's going to be born on the same day as your birthday," Uncle Peter said. Vicki squealed in excitement. She even asked if she could go meet the new baby at the hospital. "We sure can, dear niecey," Aunt Lizzie replied as she took her pink balloon and decided to tie it up on Vicki's chair. Vicki couldn't wait to meet Paul and Nancy Widlowski's newborn baby at the very same hospital she was born at, Oroville Hospital. "Okay, everybody, first we're going to take a picture before you can play games," Carol said as she pulled out her camera. Vicki and all of the kids got in position before the rest of the teenagers and the other adults, and Carol joined in just before the camera took their picture 10 seconds later. Not far from North Valley High School, Ernesto was sitting in his room, bored after being put on restriction until Christmas, after performing an extreme meltdown at Jack in the Box. He was also forbidden to go to Vicky's birthday party. "Spoiled brats like you are not invited to birthday parties like my daughters," Carol had said to him the day before, even when he asked if he could come. For some reason, Eddie and Janine had told their mother about Ernesto throwing a tantrum over a sold-out chocolate overload cake at Jack in the Box, while they were enjoying their lunch there. "I cannot believe I'm not allowed to go to Vicky's birthday party after I didn't get what I wanted at Jack in the Box," Ernesto pouted. "What shall I do?" He had to come up with a plan. He would sneak out of the house and go to Vicky's birthday party. As soon as Ernesto's family left to go to the grocery store to buy healthy foods, Ernesto crept out the back door and quietly across the backyard without waking their dog Rockwell. "Sleep tight, muchacha," Ernesto whispered. Rockwell continued to sleep. She never heard a thing. As soon as he reached the high school, where Vicky's birthday party was taking place, Ernesto wasted no time and headed inside. But he hadn't gone far when a security guard stopped him. "Hold it right there, kid. What are you doing here?" asked the security guard. "I'm here to join Vicky's birthday party," Ernesto replied. "What is your name?" the security guard asked. "Ernesto Ramirez," replied Ernesto. "Why?" "Well, Ernesto," said the security guard, "you weren't invited to Vicky's birthday party after a meltdown you performed at Jack in the Box." "How do you know?" Ernesto asked. "I heard it on the news on Monday evening, and Vicky's mom put you on the don't invite list, so you'll have to go home before I call your parents." "But, sir, I just got here, and I'm sure there must be some mistake," Ernesto protested. "There's no mistake," said the security guard. "Spoiled brats aren't allowed at birthday parties." "Even Vicky's?" Ernesto whined. "Especially Vicky's. Now get out of my sight before I call your parents like I clearly told you," the security guard frowned. Upon hearing that, Ernesto fled from the security guard and ran back home and quietly back into his own house just in time before his folks returned home with groceries. As he was laying on his bed to catch his breath and pretending to take a nap, Ernesto heard his older sister come up the stairs to check upon him. "Is he taking his nap, Carmela?" asked Ernesto's mom. "Si, Mama," replied Carmela. "He's napping like a baby." "Bien," Ernesto's dad said in an approving manner. Back at the party, Vicki was having a good time at her 6th birthday party, from playing pin the tail on the donkey, to passing the plush pumpkin, which was Vicky's favorite, to ghost ball toss, to bobbing for apples, to wheelbarrow races, to treasure hunt, and piñata, which was Johnny's favorite. Vicki cheered on for him, and so did her classmates. "Come on, Johnny," Vicki cried. "You can do it," Billy agreed. Johnny took a deep breath and focused on the mutant pumpkin piñata, and with one clean and hard whack, he busted open the piñata, and out came tons and tons of candy. Everyone applauded, even Vicki. "My hero!" cried Vicki happily. Then Vicki and her birthday guests gathered together in the middle of the floor to go dancing at 11. They ate some delicious food at 12, from chicken sandwiches to pasta salad to cheese sticks to fruit salad, and a choice of a beverage from lemonade to fruit punch. At 1, it was time for the birthday cake, and Carol came out with the honey and lemon cake made by Vicky's Grandma Ruby, and everyone sang happy birthday to Vicki. "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Happy birthday, dear Vicki. Happy birthday to you. After the singing, Vicki blew out all 3 yellow candles and 3 pink candles, and everyone applauded, even Johnny. My hero, Johnny cried happily. Vicki giggled and knew both she and her best friend had the very same idea. As Vicki was eating her honey and lemon cake, she thought about last month when she attended Johnny's birthday party. She gave him a blue balloon, and Johnny loved it. The honey and lemon cake was delicious, Mrs. Chandler, Julie announced 10 minutes later. Well, Julie, said Carol, you should thank my mom. She was the one who made the honey and lemon cake. I'll be sure to write her a thank you card, promised Julie. Me too, agreed the rest of the kids. Then it was time for presents. Vicki got such wonderful birthday presents from all of her classmates. A shiny purple wagon with an orange handle and green wheels, a girl's butterfly heart-shaped locket necklace, a unicorn duffel bag, Shrek and Fiona plush ogres, a toy tea set, a pink and purple teddy bear, a Madagascar blanket, a painting of Oscar and Angie from Shark Tale made by Lavender Smith, a pair of Halloween socks, a ballerina snow globe, a musical carousel, an orange and purple sweater, sequin gloves, Pinocchio puppet, Gingy nightdress, Puss and Donkey slippers, and an Arabian doll from her new friend Zara Abdul. Thank you, everyone, Vicki said gratefully. Soon afterwards, it was time for the biggest surprise of all. Vicki wondered what it was. All she remembered from one of her previous birthdays of the greatest entertainers she had. Her first birthday, Tedrick the Entertainer. Her second birthday, Freddie the Clown. Her third birthday, Stella the Ballerina. Her fourth birthday, Annie the Acrobat. And her fifth birthday, Mitchell Johnson, her favorite pop singer. Who could possibly be next at her 6th birthday party? Well, all Vicki had to do was find out. "Ahoy there!" called a voice from outside the gymnasium. Vicki and her classmates turned their eyes towards the entrance and saw that it was their favorite pirate hero of all time, Captain John Skipper. Jiminy crickets! If it isn't the greatest pirate of all time that sailed the briny blue! Vicki gasped with a surprised smile. Now, where is the birthday girl? Asked Captain John Skipper. She's over here, Captain, Vicki's friends said together at the same time. When Captain John Skipper saw Vicki, he made his way up towards her, as she was still surprised, stunned, and speechless to see her favorite pirate hero from A Pirate's Life for Me movie. Hello there, Captain John Skipper greeted her as he took her hand and bent down on one knee. Hi, I was looking for a pirate named Captain John Skipper, Vicki said with shyness and confidence mixed together. Well, today is your lucky day, Captain John Skipper chirped as he kissed her hand. Is it really? Vicki asked with a surprised smile as her excitement bubbled up from within her voice. Yes, replied her favorite pirate hero, because I just happen to be Captain John Skipper. It's very nice to meet you, Captain John Skipper. I'm Victoria Chandler, but everyone calls me Vicki, said Vicki. Yes, I can see that. But are you okay with me calling you Victoria, darling? Captain John Skipper questioned. Of course I am, Captain Skipper, Vicki mused as her cheeks turned pink. Good, said Captain John Skipper as he opened his arms. Can I hug you? Vicki nodded, and she carefully hopped out of her chair, only to be pulled gently into her pirate's awaiting arms. Happy birthday, Victoria, Captain John Skipper said as he gave her a pat on the back. Thank you. I love you, Captain John Skipper, Vicki said lovingly. You're welcome, dearie, replied Captain John Skipper tenderly. I love you too. After she had received a birthday hug from her favorite pirate hero, Vicki introduced her friends and family members, even Julie, who was very eager to see Captain John Skipper as well. "Hi, Captain," she said with eagerness in her voice. "Hello, lovely," Captain John Skipper said as he held his hand out to her. Julie put her hand upon the pirate's, and she giggled as her hand was going up and down with the pirate's. "You'll have to forgive my friend here. She's giggling around men," said Vicki. "I understand everything, darling," said Captain John Skipper. For the rest of the hours of the birthday party, Captain John Skipper began to tell his stories, even about the time he chopped off Dirty Davy's hand and fed it to the giant kraken. Vicki always loved that story, and she never failed to hide her laugh from it. Dirty Davy, the evil pirate, had captured Captain John Skipper's one true love, Giselle Lockett, and tied her to one of the ship's poles. "Help, John, save me!" Giselle Lockett had cried out. "Scream all you want, my dear," Dirty Davy had said with an evil laugh. "Captain John Skipper will never rescue you." Fortunately, Captain John Skipper wouldn't give up, so he hopped aboard the ship and challenged Dirty Davy in a swashbuckling sword fight to save his future wife. In the final battle, Captain John Skipper cut off Dirty Davy's hand and fed it to the hungry kraken, and because of that, Dirty Davy replaced his hand with a hook with the aid of his pirate minions, as Captain John Skipper and Giselle Lockett made their great escape from Dirty Davy's pirate ship and on land, where they were destined to get married. When the party was over, Vicki and her friends invited Captain John Skipper to visit the hospital where Vicki was born and where a new baby girl was born. But before they left, Vicki decided that she would like another picture as Captain John Skipper kneeled down and hummed Happy Birthday by her ear. Carol agreed, and she, along with the rest of the other mothers of Vicki's classmates, took one last picture, each of the kids with their favorite pirate hero. And of course, Carol got the final picture of everyone with Captain John Skipper and herself outside of the gymnasium before they drove off to the hospital to see Brenda Webster's newborn baby cousin. When they arrived at the hospital, Vicki, her family, her friends, and of course her pirate hero was greeted by Brenda Webster, Cousin Jacob's girlfriend. "Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're all here. My cousin Nancy gave birth to a healthy baby girl named Monica Widlowski," Brenda said proudly. Brenda led everyone to the labor room, where Nancy and Paul were holding their new baby, as she was sleeping in a warm pink blanket similarly close to the same color as Vicki's birthday dress. Paul and Nancy were enthusiastic to see the crowd along with the famous pirate as a very special guest. "Congratulations," the crowd said together as quiet as they could. "Thank you very much," Nancy said proudly. "Oh, pretty baby girl, wake up, we have company." Baby Monica peacefully woke up. "Hello, little baby girl," Captain John Skipper greeted Paul and Nancy's baby daughter. "Hello, baby Monica." Vicki and the rest of her family members and friends from school greeted the newborn baby. Baby Monica rubbed her eyes with her tiny knuckles and saw the crowd. She smiled and cooed at them. "Aw, Monica's happy to see you all," Paul sighed happily. "Yes, she's one happy girl," agreed Nancy. Everyone got a chance to hold the new baby while the kids sat in a chair, and when Vicki was the last, considering the fact that she was the birthday girl, Captain John Skipper sat next to her as Carol took a picture of her, Captain John Skipper, and newborn baby Monica. "Would you like to hold Monica?" Vicki questioned politely. "Of course, Victoria," replied Captain John Skipper. "Of course." "This is the best birthday ever," Vicki smiled after she handed baby Monica carefully to Captain John Skipper. "Yes, indeed," agreed Captain John Skipper as he kissed baby Monica on the forehead. Baby Monica cooed happily. Later that night, after joining Vicki and the gang at Formosa Cafe for dinner, Julie and her family went home. Her pregnant mother Terry, father Hugh, brother Corey, along with her grandfather Stanley, and baby sister Emma were extremely proud of her for behaving at Vicki's 6th birthday party and for loving Grandma Ruby's homemade honey and lemon cake. "Julie," Hugh said, "you did a very good job behaving at Vicki's 6th birthday party." "Yeah, Julie," said Corey. "We're all very glad you didn't punch your sliced cake and mess up Vicki's daddy like you did last year." "Does this mean I'm ungrounded forever?" Julie asked speechlessly. "That's exactly what it means, baby," replied Terry. "But you also get a special award." "What's the special award?" Julie questioned as she became more and more excited. "We are all going to Mitchell Johnson's concert next month," Hugh responded as he showed her the tickets like a fan of playing cards. Oh boy, Julie cried joyfully. "I can't wait to go to that concert. Thank you so much, Mommy and Daddy. You're the best." And that is the end of Vicki's birthday party. Thank you very much for joining me today, everybody. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be reading you Johnny and the Beanstalk in my next video. Until then, catch you later and have a lovely day. Oh, but before I go, I would like to share you a happy birthday song to Vicki.